Prevost owners and fans, my name is Kevin, and welcome to my 2006 Prevost Featherlite.
What's going on, Kevin? How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. How are you?
I'm doing great. It's always a good day when we see this bus pull into the shop or leave the shop after we do some service work. I always love when this bus is here. It's a beautiful coach.
Yeah, it is beautiful, and we love it.
First Prevost.
First Prevost.
We're going on 3 years now.
3 years. Yes,
Very
sir.
cool. Very cool. Were you in a motorhome before this bus?
Yes, I had bought a sports coach, a diesel pusher. It was an entry line bus for us to see if we enjoyed RVing, and went to Mountain Falls, saw some of the prettiest buses I've ever seen in my life, and I got researching and decided that that was the lifestyle we wanted to be, was a Prevost.
Once that bug hits you, it's hard to get rid of it.
It is. It really is. I wouldn't go back.
Yeah, absolutely. So you went to Mountain Falls in the previous coach.
Mm-hmm.
You picked this bus up. What was your first trip?
Actually flew to Ohio, picked it up, and went straight to Lake Erie from there. The previous owner gave me like an hour orientation on everything, and hopped in it, and away we went.
Absolutely. We serviced the coach, worked on the coach a lot for the previous owner. So when first got the phone call from you asking to make an appointment and get some service work, and getting the information from the bus and realizing the bus that it was, I was awful excited to get the phone call and get the bus here, because it's one of my favorite coaches that we get to work on for sure.
Yeah, he gave us a recommendation, and we made sure to give you a call, and been happy ever since.
Well, we certainly appreciate it. I want to talk a little bit about some of the upgrades and the changes that have been done in here. We obviously worked on this coach, like I said, for the previous owner. So we did a handful of changes, a lot of service work, some upgrades for the previous owner, and we've done a lot of changes for you over the course of the years as well. What's your favorite part of the bus? Could be something that we did or not did. It doesn't matter. But what's your favorite part of the coach?
Well, getting rid of the old audio stuff and putting in new audio, the Sonos system, smart TVs, the new fenders. The paint was incredible. What he did, matching, the bus itself. Favorite part, all of it.
Yeah,
every bit of it.
Hard to pick one when everything on it is as pretty and functional as it is in this bus.
Yeah, it seems like every year I've come up with something to tweak a little bit, and you've made suggestions over the years, and we're just extremely happy with it.
That's one of the things that I love about this industry, is the guts of these buses are so incredible. You can take a coach. You don't have to buy a new bus every few years like you might have to, in the traditional RV world. This is something that you can drive it till the wheels fall off it, and you can continue making the changes and the upgrades along the way, and keep it current and modern as the times change and technology improves.
I agree. They're built so well, that you see something that you want to change and come to you, and you've got ideas, or you've already done it, so it makes it so much easier.
For sure. Yeah, absolutely. And we appreciate, folks like you allowing us to do that and to work on your bus for sure. Kind of stepping out of the Prevost world a little bit, wanted to ask you about what you did for a living. Obviously I know you're still working. You're busy on a day-to-day basis. What does your day-to-day look like, and what do you do?
Well, I'm a road builder. I have own my own company, and you'll see us on 75 or the 429 or the 417, or we work all over the state. we do finish work. We have motor graders that are run by robots, and that's what we do. We build roads all across the state.
How long you been doing that?
I've been in construction industry for 48 years. I've owned my own company for a little over 10.
Gotcha. Any regrets about starting your own company? I know a lot of people they joke their only regret is they didn't start it sooner. But
yeah, that's pretty accurate. But I'm very happy with starting it when I did. I was ready when I did, and the guys that I've got, are very good, very loyal. Got the same guys for 10 years. So in the process now of selling the company to the employees.
Oh wow, okay.
So trying to give back a little bit for what they've done for me.
What does that look like? I mean, you're still sounds like you're still figuring out the details. But.
No, we actually met with an attorney yesterday, and starting January 1st, we kind of started from scratch.
Wow.
And I still own part of the company, but I'm selling it out to those guys.
Very cool. Will that change your day to day? Are you trying to step back a little bit?
Well, that's the goal is to step back a little bit. It's a 5-year plan, so every year I'm trying to ease off a little more and more and make sure they're going to be all right.
Very cool. Was this structure of selling it to the employees, was that a goal of yours early on, or did that develop?
Yeah, when I started the company, I wanted to treat everybody like I always wanted to be treated when I worked for somebody. So, I don't know how much money people need. You can be greedy and keep it all to yourself, or you can share it with your employees. Sharing it with your employees gives them more ambition for the next year.
Sure.
And trying to get out of the business, I could sell it to somebody and make a lot more money. But then those guys are working for somebody else, not working for themselves. So I wanted them to enjoy what they've helped build.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's really cool. When that transition happens, 5 years or so down the road, what do you hope your life will look like then?
Hope I'm taking this bus all over the United States. That's been the goal ever since we got it. And some things have happened. We went to North Carolina and fell in love with Old Bo up there, so we bought a lot up there, and we spend the summers up there. And it's nice having the bus up there, because then if we want to go to Michigan or further west, we're already up in the middle of the state.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Is that I know you go there often. I know you've been to Talladega and stuff. Where's kind of the longest trip or the furthest trip you've been on in the coach?
Well, Lake Erie was the longest, we've been to Talladega twice. We went to Richmond Speedway. We like NASCAR,
sure,
of course, but we've been up the East Coast quite a bit. Hilton Head and areas all the way up through North Carolina and Virginia, but we really haven't got into the west part of the United States yet, which is a plan for next year.
Cool. Who's your guy in NASCAR?
He's dead, but it's a change in sport, so I really don't have a favorite driver.
No, you just like the sport.
I like the Watermelon Boy, because he's from down our way. So, I got a friend. My friends from Virginia are coming down racing in the Legend race next week, and their guy that prepares their car is Josh Williams, who Josh Williams races in Xfinity Series. If you know him, he's the one that parked it at the start-finish line that one race when he had gotten an accident, and they wanted him to bring the car into the pits and park it, and they said, "Look, you need to park your car. It's not safe." And he parked it at the start-finish line and walked off. So it was a big deal. So Josh is a good guy.
I haven't met Josh, but we're fortunate enough. We're fortunate to work on a lot of NASCAR guy stuff and whatnot. So obviously NASCAR NASCAR is very involved in the Prevost world as well, owners and teams and things like that using the buses. So you fit right in going to those events for sure.
Yeah, yeah. There's a little bit of everything at NASCAR races for sure, but you do see some nice buses there.
You got lucky last year at Talladega. You had a wide open spot next to you.
Yes,
right?
we did.
I know you kept trying to get me to come up there.
Yeah, I tried. Grab one of these. Come on.
Yeah, without me there, you were able to have the awnings all the way out.
That's true. That's true.
Oh man, that's awesome. I'm glad you guys are using this thing and enjoying it the way that it should be enjoyed.
Yes, sir. Love it. Love it.
What with a lot of those great trips and those great events that you're going to, not everything is always perfect. What are some of the issues that you've had, or maybe some of the most frustrating things that have happened to you when you're in your Prevost ownership?
Really haven't had much issues. The inverter went out to one trip, but I made a call to you and you worked me around that. Other than that, not really. Haven't really had any frustrating issues,
That's awesome. That's great.
It's been good. I mean, every trip is, an adventure. Because you are driving something that mechanically could break down or something could go wrong. But once you get there, you relax and you get to enjoy, everything that you got here. So
one of the things too on those long trips, driving a bus versus driving traditional, motorhome, maybe what you had before, you're not nearly as tired once you get there either. You don't got to work nearly as hard with driving these things.
No, and I can hear the radio and I'm able to talk to my, Amy while we're going down the road. The other one was so loud you couldn't, you
have to be yelling at each other.
Oh yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. What does the next year look like for you in a perfect world as far as the bus goes? What's the next year look like?
Like I said, we want to go out to the West Coast. I don't think I have much left to do on it except for the couple things. I see you every Christmas, so I'm sure I'll come by and see you this Christmas anyway. But we want to go out west and check out Montana and some of those areas.
Last time, I don't think Amy came with you to drop it off this time, but I think it was last year, maybe 2 years ago when we did the TV. She made a big thing about it being her dropping it off to get the bus's Christmas presents. It was right at that time. So
she's the technology guru for me. So she wants to make sure the TVs and the stereo and all that stuff is kicking and the internet. So
it's one of the great things about the simple, very effective but simple audio video strategy that we put in here. Obviously smart TV, Sonos, internet on board, and she's had a few phone calls over the phone with Corey when internet maybe needed to be repinged or whatever, but I think for the most part that's been pretty smooth sailing.
I'm telling you, everybody at Tradewinds has been great. You call Corey, he's on it. He gets us taken care of right away. If I have an issue, I call you, you walk me through it, like the pocket door issue. It just you guys have been great to work with, and that's why we keep coming back.
I have to send a picture to Amy before you leave that the door's open.
It was just a shame that it didn't shut right before she got out of there. I'd have left her in there a little longer, but
we'll cut that part out so she don't see it. More of a broad-based question for you now. What you personally, what is success in your opinion? What is success?
Being able to enjoy happiness with friends. I don't think money is success. I don't count monetary things as being success, but I think success is being able to enjoy your friends and relationships, whether it's working relationships, business relationships, I think that's success to me.
Yeah. I think it changes as you evolve and grow too as a person too. What success looks like for me right now with young kids, 5 and 7, obviously I always want them to be, healthy and good, be in good relationships and be financially stable and all those things as they continue to get older. But their happiness right now is going to dance for 8 or 10 hours on the weekend and jumping on the trampoline. They don't care about much else than that, So.
Right. Yeah, as you get older, your outlook on life changes a lot, and you start to reflect and you're kind of on the sliding board. You worked all your life, and you got to the top of the sliding board, and it takes a long time to get on to the top of that sliding board. But as you get older, all of a sudden you see things are going a lot quicker. Time's flying by. So yeah, you have to enjoy every moment.
For sure, absolutely. Going kind of getting back to the Prevost conversation a little bit, if you had a friend or a colleague that was considering getting into the RV lifestyle, but thought the bus was a barrier from a cost of entry standpoint, was worried about having to buy an older coach versus buying 2020 Class A, what would be some of the things that you would tell them to kind of urge them to give Prevost, even older Prevost, a closer look and push them into that direction?
I mean, these things are they're worth every penny that you spend on them, and it just you can find good used machines. I mean, these things are built to last. I've working on a couple friends now that they came in and seen it. The one friend of mine owns a Tiffin, and he's got a nice Tiffin. I mean, he spent a lot of money on it, but this 06 is nicer than his 2022. So I think entry level, getting into it, depending on what kind of money you want to spend. If you really, a lot of people are downsizing and getting in these to live in them for a long time. If you want to live in something, this is the bus to have.
Yeah, we have the privilege to meet a lot of different people, a lot of different walks of life. We got a lot of different buses in here from, I don't know, I think I got a 93 in here right now, all the way up to a 2023 that we got in here, and it's amazing to see the evolution, not only on the chassis side, the Prevost side, from the converter side, but ultimately, I mean, these things are still driving down the road, and you can get in one of these things for a reasonable price if you want to do some changes and to do some things yourself. I mean, you can get in an older coach and do a lot of the things that that you've had done in this bus, and it feels like a brand new coach again.
Oh yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have anything other than these. I mean, I really wouldn't. And you feel safe driving down the road. I mean, it's built. I mean, it's strong. It's quiet. Big Detroit turbo blowing behind you. It's they're built to last. My diesel pickup trucks, I drive them 300,000 miles and never have any issues with them. So these things, they're going to run for a long time if you take care of them. And like you say, if you want to modify something, you can modify something.
For sure. Where are you heading from here? What's your next trip in the bus?
Well, we're going to Punta Gorda right now, and from there, it's kind of up in the air. I guess we'll go back towards Hilton Head here in a few weeks. My friend's coming down from Ohio, so we will meet him part way there, and then decide what we're going to do from there. We like to wing it a lot.
You probably told your buddy, he said, I already been to Lake Erie once, you got to come.
Come
halfway now.
Oh yeah.
Well, I greatly appreciate the time in the coach. Greatly appreciate you letting us intrude on here and spend a few minutes. The friendship, the conversation, the relationship that we've been able to develop over the years. I certainly appreciate it very much.
Yeah, and I do too, Kyle. I really do.
You got any other any final thoughts? Any questions or anything like that for me?
No. I appreciate you taking the time to do this, and I hope that it's successful what you're trying to do, and keep doing what you're doing.
I appreciate it, Kevin.
All right.
Thank you, man.
Yep.
We'll see you next time.
All right. Bye.
But before we get into that, I just want to take a quick reminder to ask you to please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share the content with a friend. Now, let's get back to the episode.